we need to have a tough talk. We need to have a conversation that nobody likes to have. In fact, most of us would prefer to never talk about it at all. But here goes. We need to chat about the F-bomb. That's right. We're going to talk about failure. And we're going to talk about 3 ways we can bounce back from failure. We're going to reframe it. We're going to recover. And we're going to find a resilience to come back stronger than ever. Hey everyone, I'm Rachea Pendley with Shore Consulting. No matter how hard we prepare or how badly we want to succeed, failure is an inevitable part of our lives. It happens to all of us.
You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed.
And when failure happens, how do we react? Externally, we try to avoid it. It makes us uncomfortable and anxious, and we just want to escape how painful it can be. But internally, it's like we declare war on ourselves. If you're anything like me, you obsess. You overanalyze every detail, and you criticize yourself. And then we do this thing where we replay the moment over and over on a loop inside of our heads. Specifically at 1 o'clock in the morning. What's up with that? Let's hit the pause button right here, because I want to highlight something important. The reason that you obsess is because you care deeply about your goals, and that is a good thing. So let's start with that passion. Your intentions are good. Your desire to perform at top level is there. You're driven to be successful. Now you just need to face your failure head on, because how you address your moments of failure and how you get back up and dust yourself off will determine how far you can really go. First, let's talk about reframing what failure is. You know those intrusive thoughts that pop up inside your head and whisper things like, "You'll never be good enough." Let's stop with that. If we treated those kind of statements as though they were declarations of our self-worth, we would never get anything done. So let's reframe. When failure occurs, think of it as data. Ask yourself, what is this outcome trying to tell me? You see, when we strip away all the negative emotions that failure can bring to us, what we're left with are valuable insights, the truths of the things that we can improve on. Maybe it's building confidence or increasing a skill or just practicing more. Reframing failure as a lesson shifts our focus from what went wrong to what we can learn. This shift in perspective is what psychologists call a growth mindset. And people with a growth mindset see failure as feedback. Every misstep is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, to grow. So when you stumble, don't let your failure live rent-free inside your head. Reframe it as feedback. Then instead of letting failure become a mental roadblock, it's now a stepping stone to your next success. Next, let's talk about recovery, getting back on your feet and moving forward. After a setback, the first few steps can feel a little daunting. The weight of failure can make us feel like we're stuck in quicksand, and trying again, that seems impossible. But here's the key to breaking free. Stay in motion. Stay in the fights. You see, action combats rumination. Think about this. When you focus on doing even just small things, you end up spending your energy on being productive instead of sinking into your thinking. Catch up on your emails, clear off your to-do list, get reorganized, or just step out for a quick walk. Whatever it is, focus on what you can do. Research shows us that taking small, actionable steps disrupts the cycle of negativity, and it restores our sense of control. As we accomplish tasks, we feel more empowered. This idea is something that psychologists call the progress principle. It's the idea that small wins are way more motivating than waiting around for some kind of big breakthrough. Every little victory is going to reconnect you with your sense of confidence, and every task you complete is going to give you momentum. That makes it easier for you to tackle those big challenges ahead. So don't try to conquer the whole mountain in one leap. Just take it one step at a time. Recovery isn't about perfection. It's about progress. So stay in motion. With each step, you'll find yourself back on track, stronger than you were before. Finally, let's talk about resilience, the ability to bounce back after failure. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it can get. But here's the catch. Resilience isn't nourished through self-criticism or harsh judgments. The real fuel for resilience is self-compassion. Studies show that treating yourself with kindness after setbacks reduces stress and increases your ability to recover. But if we're being real, self-compassion doesn't come naturally to most of us. A lot of us are our own worst critics, and when failure strikes, we can spend a ludicrous amount of time ruminating on what we did wrong. It's a challenge to find compassion for ourselves when those negative voices are in our heads and they crank up to full volume. So here's a hack that you can use when that internal monologue of disappointment and doubt fires up in your head. Be your own best friend. Be your own best friend. And what would you say to your best friend if they were struggling with something that was really important to them? Well, certainly you wouldn't say, "Wow, you really screwed that up." Of course not. You'd probably say something like, "This was tough, but you're learning. You were so brave, and I am proud of you for trying." Or, "It'll be okay. You can try again." Or, "I can't wait to see what you'll do next." If you can extend that kind of kindness to a friend, you can extend it to yourself. Positive self-talk isn't just like this good advice. It actually creates an emotional space for resilience to grow, and that will help us bounce back faster. Here's another secret to resilience. It's not a solo mission. Lean on your support system. Whether it's a colleague, a mentor, a friend, sharing your experience with someone you trust can shift your perspective. It helps you process setbacks in a more productive headspace. Sometimes just knowing that you're not alone can make a difference. Resilience isn't about being unshakable. It's about bouncing back, stronger, wiser, and with the grace to grow. So shake that dust off. Reframe failure as a lesson. Let's focus on doing and not dwelling. And be kind to yourself. So the next time that an F-bomb drops into your life, instead of being defined by it, you can be refined by it. I'm Rachea Pendley with Short Consulting. Thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you again soon.